The Awoken of the Reef. Refusal. Petra has her welcome for Zavala all planned out. He will say something stentorian, which, while it is technically a greeting, Petra will also read as reproach, or condescension, or perhaps paternal concern. Petra will smirk at Zavala like she really doesn't care, so that he knows he's nobody, a little guy, a bureaucrat, far beneath her anger. But at this exact moment, a shard of cyanide-laced ice from the far reaches of the Oort cloud will penetrate the reef's ravages' defences and smash into Zavala with such velocity that he becomes a thin ooze across the floor, a scum. When Zavala's ghost begins to rebuild him, Petra will say smoothly, "No, allow me." Then she will brandish a mop. The hatch opens. Cade 6 backs his way through, talking to Zavala. "Whatever you've seen, whatever you've read, it's worse. These people need our—" "Cade?" Petra half-consciously adopts Mara's fey remove, her insouciant and remote posture. Her throat jams up, and she actually coughs aloud against the sudden grief. "You brought—" Zavala grinds his way into the room, an obelisk of city stone extruded across the solar system to invade Petra's space. He very politely answers Cade before turning to her. "The fact is, Cade, the Queen did us a favour by leaving the reef in chaos. As long as the Fallen are here killing each other, we have room to rebuild." Now he nods to Petra. "Regent Commander, pleased to see you well." "Likewise, I'm sure." Petra feels in her heart that the Queen saw the reef as a protector of Earth and its people, if perhaps not protector of the traveller. It still kills her to hear Zavala speak openly of the reef as a distraction. "Cade had a proposal," she says, "that he wanted us both to hear." "Yes, I did." Cade prances between them like a flare meant to draw off the heat-seeking fury passing between Petra and Zavala. The city's fall drove him deeper into his jester persona, devil-may-care and fancy-free. He hasn't quite recovered. "It's like this, Petra. We're bringing a lot of Earth's lonely people into the arms of the city. I got to talk to Varix about the situation out here, and I figured, hey, maybe it's time we extend that policy to you." He sobers. "I want to invite the Reef Awoken into the city. Abandon this place to Varix, to Dead Orbit, to whoever wants it. It's hell out here, Petra. You won't survive." Zavala's eyes are locked on Petra. He burns with a magnificent stentorian power. Does the Regent Commander have enough control over the reef to execute a withdrawal? "Despite your best efforts," Petra snaps, and then suddenly she cannot stop. She is too furious, too hot with grief. "At least Cade is honourable enough to acknowledge what you've done to us. Every fallen house you shatter washes up on our shores. Every hive god and cabal tyrant you attract goes through us to get to you. No wonder she couldn't stand the sight of you, Zavala. You've forsaken your people." She bites back the rest, how she wishes that back in 2000 and whatever, when the darkness hurled mankind off the height of its golden age to plummet 16 centuries into barbarism, it has done just a slightly better job. That's not true. That's her broken heart talking, but oh, does it talk loud. "She was a charlatan," Zavala says quietly, "fighting a war that existed only in her mind, dragging you all behind her. Any of you who will admit that are welcome in my city, but I will not take in whatever conspiracy she left unfinished. If you come to us, you come to join the city." No, stop being the Queen's people, stop remembering her promise." "You're afraid," Petra tells the Titan of Titans. "That's why she could never trust you. Go back to your traveller, Zavala. Thank you for your concern, Cade, but the reef has its own purposes, and you would mourn your foolishness if we abandoned them." "Petra, these are our purposes," she snarls, "intended by our Queen.